a good one. That was a good one.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. There's more studies coming out about myocarditis.
Who's going to be helpful?
Oh, here's the
Who's going to apologize? I haven't heard any apologies. Have you?
No.
Anybody apologize? CNN apologize to you yet? Putting that filter on your face?
No, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
I should probably apologize.
Get Sanjay. Get Geek back on here. Sure, he'll apologize.
No. I'd have it back on, I guess. I don't know what we talk about, but that was a fun trip. That was only a few $100 million failure.
Oops. They got to be doing a little better now that Trump's back in. They got something to talk about.
I don't think they are.
No?
No, I think
I hate to see it.
I think CNN's ratings are abysmal, and the only thing that saves them is that people just are consistent. They just go on there after it happens. I don't think people are seeking it out. So this is fertility study. A study of 1.3 million showed successful conceptions per 1,000 women were considerably lower for women who were COVID-19 mRNA vaccinated. Preliminary results call for further studies of the potential influence of COVID-19 vaccination on human fertility. And I think in that thread, they were talking about what it does to
Ovaries.
their eggs and ovaries. Yeah.
That's right there. Yep. This is what a lot of the conspiracy theorists were talking about when the vax was coming out.
Yeah. Well, it's like...
Which, by the way, the conspiracy theorists are undefeated still.
Yeah, conspiracy theorists are way more accurate than CNN. Way more. Even if they got things wrong. Like, let's say there's no nanobots in the shots. But even if, whatever that, forget all that. I think the nanobots in the shots. That's why. I mean, maybe a few people got it.
Maybe.
I still think Biden got it on TV. I think they saved him. They put a real COVID vaccine
They didn't ask for it. On TV.
Well, or anybody I know that got the shot.
Yeah.
I asked everybody who got the shot, did they aspirate your I mean, what do you mean? Well, in the syringe, when they plunge it in, to make sure you're not in a blood vessel, they pull it back and they see if there's blood. And if there's blood in it, they find a new injection site. Did they do that? No, they just plunged
They were supposed to do that?
motherfucker in. Everybody just got plunged. Yeah, and then there was the idea that it was going to stay local. Don't worry, stay local. No, not only is it not staying local, your body's producing spike protein up to 700 plus days after the shot.
And some of the autopsies coming out, a little bit creepy.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Not just autopsies, but coroners or
That's what I mean, coroners, yeah.
Yeah, these crazy fucking clots that look like big white worms that are inside people's bodies that they've never seen before.
Hold people accountable.
Hold them accountable. Where's the news during their job? If the news was really the news, if you guys were really there to tell us all the information that we should be concerned about, like perhaps we are wrong about what this shot does, and perhaps with some people, maybe where it did get into their bloodstream, which is what they think happened, was the people that they didn't aspirate, because they didn't aspirate anybody. They think some of those people went right into their bloodstream, and then your body's fighting us off like it's an intruder, and that's where you get the myocarditis and all sorts of other neurological conditions. It's crazy.
We got to do a second, and then a third, and then a fourth.
And a ninth.
And then, yeah.
There's people out there that took 9 of those fucking things.
But guess what? It's just like the flu shot.
Yeah.
They get you for one strain of the flu season.
Not only that, it makes you 25% more likely to get sick with something else.
But you're way more protected.
I've never had one. I mean, I think maybe I had one once. Maybe somebody made me get one once. I don't know. But I never get the fucking flu shot. And people are like, I get the flu shot every year and I've never got the flu. Well, bitch, I don't get the flu either. Like, what are you saying? Like, I got the flu like once, and like for like a day or 2 days. I got a couple of vitamin IVs, and I was good to go. Like, this idea that you have to get this fucking shot or you're going to get the flu, and if you get the flu, you're going to die. Like,
that's a lemming effect. That's a lemming effect.
No friend of mine.
Well, it's also you don't want the flu. The flu sucks. You don't want to be laid up in bed.
Yeah,
out
but
of
the
work
best
for a
immunity
week.
is natural immunity. Contraction and feeding.
Yeah. Which is probably why I don't have the flu.
Well, maybe diet has something to do with it too.
Yeah, a lot of things have to do with it. Yeah.
Maybe don't eat like shit.
Yeah, that's
Maybe take some vitamins,
that's a factor.
Mr. Hotez.
Deliver
Balanced
us
diet,
to
cheeseburgers.
victory.
Yeah, that was a crazy one.
Now what?
Looking at an overweight guy who's clearly unhealthy, telling you the only way to get healthy is an injection. You'll-
No, don't take any vitamins. Really?
Doesn't exercise, doesn't take vitamins, eats junk food. Like, huh. And I'm listening to you. Why?
And those are the people prescribing, going to college to be a doctor, prescribing drugs.
Yeah, that's really what it boils
They
down to.
hook you, they deal with symptoms, they keep you a patient for life.
Yeah, and it's
And anybody
immensely
trying
profitable.
to actually heal people and treat the patient,
Yeah, you're a naturopath. Vitamin C.
hippie, you
Vitamin
fucking
C.
hippie.
Right. The really crazy piece that got me was the connection between DDT and polio.
Yep.
What we call polio.
How about how they changed, just like the vax, they
Yep.
changed the definition of polio.
Right. Once the vaccine was introduced, they completely changed the definition of polio to show this immense drop
look
off
at
of
this.
polio.
It doesn't
Yeah.
exist anymore. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, all the other things that could be what people were experiencing symptoms of all still exist.
and most of the diseases cleared up from sanitation, clean air,
Yes.
clean water,
When we
proper
look at the
sewage.
chart, when sanitation was introduced, everything goes away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were living in squalor and filth. Human beings were living in outhouses all throughout New York City. No ventilation. People were no nutrition, no food. People were starving to death. They were working horrible hours, and of course, everybody was sick as fuck.
One of my favorite parts about the book was during the cowpox episode where they were like cutting people's skin and putting like pussy,
Yeah.
disease into it as the vaccination. And there was a county in England that wasn't doing any of that stuff. It was the only county that had 0 cases, or next to 0